So now that we have a good home page, we want to start adding some other pages. Maybe to attach a PDF of our resume so people can see it online, and if anyone ever asks for your resume, you can just give them a link to your website. Or maybe a page about one of the projects you've done, or maybe just a simple contact me page. So for simplicity, I'm going to do a contact me page. And what I'm going to do is go to the PackHacks site project folder, and I'm going to create a new file called contact.html. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up in my code editor. There it is, empty HTML page. And I want it to look really similar to the home page we've already made. So what I'm going to do is literally copy everything we've done to this contact page. And now we can just change the stuff that we want to change to make it different. So probably my name isn't the best title for a contact me page, so maybe just contact me. We still want Bootstrap. We still want the general setup for the body. For the main title of our page, that white text that shows up, we probably want to say something like contact me so people know it's a contact me page. And then maybe just something kind of nice about contacting me, like I'd love to hear from you. Or you can say something like let's connect. And then we still want to keep this footer down here. We still want these Bootstrap scripts, but main is going to look a little different. We don't want an image of our face anymore. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to create a nice gray box that has a list of our most relevant contact info. So what we're going to do to create that gray box is we're going to, inside our main, create a div class equals jumbotron dash fluid call dash lg dash 6 offset dash lg dash 3 my or py dash 2 call dash sm dash 12. So let's break down kind of what that's doing. So it's creating a jumbotron that's displayed in a fluid way, which means that it takes up the space that we give it. And a jumbotron is just what that gray box is called. So now we have this part. And what's cool about Bootstrap is if you've ever been on sites where if you change the screen size, like you only have it take up half your screen, stuff kind of rearranges to look better. Bootstrap can do that. So if it's displayed in a large screen, like normally a full screen laptop or monitor is, we only want it to take up 6 columns, and Bootstrap divides the screen vertically into 12 columns, so that's half. And we want it to be offset when it's on a large screen 3. So we want 3 offset, 6 in the middle, which will perfectly center it. And then here we say if it's on a small screen like a phone, we don't want that padding because it's too crowded. And instead, we want it to take up all 12 columns. And then we say py-2 to just say, give it a little padding from what's above it. So now inside that jumbotron, we can create some things. So first, we'll create another div with a class of container my-0, and inside that container we'll create some h3 tags. The class equals display dash 5. You can make yours a little bigger with display 4 if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and use 5. And we're going to create one of those for email. And then we'll create some more for GitHub, LinkedIn, and a resume. So we'll change the names of those to GitHub with capital H, LinkedIn, and resume. And then below each H3 tag, we'll do a P tag, class equals lead PL-4. And inside each P tag, we'll create an A tag for a link, then href to what we want. So I want my email address here. And we'll go ahead and write some text for that link. So maybe just the email address itself. And we'll see how that looks before we do the rest so we know what we're doing. So we need to go and change this to contact.html. And we see it looks exactly like the other one. And since it has this red box up here, it has a little thing below it. Except now we have this nice gray box in the middle of the screen for email, GitHub, LinkedIn, and resume. And we can see this is a link just like we want it. So now we'll do the same thing for GitHub and LinkedIn and a resume. So I'll just go ahead and copy those and change the links. So for GitHub, I'll say a link to my GitHub, and maybe my GitHub username is the link text. And then for LinkedIn, do a similar thing. And again, I'll use my LinkedIn username. And we'll get to resume in just a second because it has a little bit of a difference. But if we refresh, we see we have links for GitHub and LinkedIn now below. So the resume is a little different. It works almost the same as any other link, except it's going to link to a document. So I've already, in the same folder as index.html and that me.jpg photo from our homepage, I've created a document called William Boyle's resume.pdf. So I can select it from this list, and I do that in Visual Studio Code by hitting Control Space. And I can select it, and then I'll just have this be, say, resume again. So now, if I refresh, you see it says resume, and if I click on it, it brings me to my resume. So now that we have a Contact Me page, let's go ahead and push it to GitHub. So if we open up Git, we do Git status, we see that we have our new resume and that contact.html file that we made. So we need to add them both. So we'll do git add dot, and then we'll do git commit -m, and we'll say create contact.html page. Then we'll push that. So now, if we go to our GitHub page and say contact.html here, and we'll probably have to give it a second because it just got pushed. In the meantime, we can see that index.html is there. If we go to contact, so it has been a few minutes and I made a small mistake. I think GitHub recently changed this. If we were doing contact.html, nothing shows up, but if we do contact without HTML, then we get the site that we want. So I think that we just need to say contact instead of contact.html. So if you have that problem, try doing the name of the file without .html. I think it only works for index with HTML, but we can see if we do index without it, it works as well. So yeah, just again, try it without HTML at the end.